Hello students! In our previous video, we learned how to name hydrocarbon compounds with a functional group. We know that while naming any compound, the first thing is to find the parent chain and according to the number of carbon atoms present in it, decide the root word. The second thing is to find the functional group or a type of bond present or branches present, if any, in the parent chain and accordingly decide its prefix or suffix. Let us try some more examples today. Consider this carbon compound. What will be its name? As you know, first we need to determine the parent chain. Here, it is simple. Since the compound has no branching, it has 5 carbon atoms in this chain. So the root word will be pent, isn't it? Yes. Now we look for the functional group, if any, or a type of bond. And we find that there are no functional groups present here. And since all the bonds between carbon-carbon atoms are single bonds, it has an alkane group and hence suffix will be ane. Thus, the name of the compound will be pent plus ane, pentane. Now look at this structure. How many carbon atoms are there in this compound? Yes, there are 3 carbon atoms. So the root word for this carbon compound is prop. Also look here, there is a double bond between carbon atoms, so it belongs to the alkene group and hence the suffix ene. Thus, the name of this compound will be prop plus ene, propene. Now, wait a second. If we shift this double bond between these 2 carbon atoms, will it affect the name in any way? The answer is no. Since if even bond shifts, it is still present at the end or specifically between first and second carbon atom. Yes, that's true. This is because this compound has 3 carbons. Counting the numbers of carbon from right end or from the left end would give a double bond in the same position, that is between first and second carbon atoms. Thus, there is no change in the name whether double bond is present here or here. It will be propene. Look at the number of carbon atoms in this structure now. Here, there are 4 carbon atoms. So what will be the root word? Yes, bute. Also, a triple bond is present between the first and second carbon atoms. So the suffix will be ine. Thus, the name of this compound would be 1-butene. Now you must be wondering why this 1 is there in front of the name. What does it indicate? Let me tell you one important point that you need to remember here. In the case of higher hydrocarbons, the names are given along with the numbers. These numbers indicate the position of the bond or functional group present on the chain, just like in our case. Let's understand this. In this compound, the triple bond is here. And what about this compound? Note that here both the compounds have the parent name butene, that is compound with 4 carbon and 1 triple bond. That's right. But the location of this triple bond is different in both the cases. And what do I mean by this? Just have a look. In the first case, the bond is between these 2 atoms. Now to count the number of this carbon atom, if we count from the right, it will be 1. And if we count from left, it will be 4. So to name it, we pick the lower of these 2. Remember, this is very important. We always pick the lowest number of carbon atom. That's right, it's number 1 here. So in this case, we name the compound as 1-butene. Now what about this one? Again here, count the number of carbon atoms from the right end and the left end. What do you find? This time, the lowest number is 2, whether from right or left. So the triple bond is between the second and third carbon atoms. Thus the name 2-butene. Now this rule is true for all other functional groups as well in all other hydrocarbon compounds. But always keep in mind that we select the lowest number of carbon atoms. Now let's go ahead and look at this structure. What will be its name? There are 3 carbon atoms here, so the root will be prop. Since all the bonds between carbon and carbon atoms are single bonds, the suffix will be ane. Is the name propane correct here? No. And why so? It It is because this compound also has one halogen atom present here. If we start from the right, it is present on first carbon, and from the left, it is present on fourth carbon. So what do we select? Yes, the lowest one, and that's 1. In addition, we will write the corresponding prefix chloro as per the haloalkane system, or add suffix chloride as per the alkyl halide system. Thus, the name of this compound will be 1-propyl chloride or 1-chloropropane. The same will be the case of other halides as well. So, instead of chlorine, if bromine is there, the compound will be called bromoalkane or alkyl bromide with respective number. Similarly, with the number of carbon atom on which it is present. Similarly, if fluorine or iodine are there, the compounds will have names like this. What if instead of chlorine, the propyl group had this functional group? What will be its name? We will see that in our next video.